Good morning everyone. Captain's log, day number 3 of 21 of self-isolation here in the brewery. Morale is slightly on the lower end this morning. I got some pretty upsetting news last night that my grandmother passed away. She's been sick for quite some time, and dealing with grief is obviously a challenge on its own when you're surrounded by friends and family. But when you're isolated, all alone, it's a whole nother story. I am definitely learning a lot about myself, and my heart goes out to all of the other people out there throughout the world during a crisis like this, and can only imagine what some people are going through. That being said, I would like to dedicate the activity today to my grandmother. She loved to have tea and scones in the morning. And so, today I'm going to teach you guys how to make granny scones. Let's go take a look. Right, well, let's head on to the galley and make some scones. We'll start with the most important ingredient of the day, music. Shout out to Mango Groove for this one. Okay, here we have the galley. So today we're going to be making granny scones. In terms of ingredients, we're going to be using 1 kilogram of flour. We've got some eggs over here. We're going to be using 4 for the batter and 1 for glazing. 320 mils of milk, a little bit of oil, and some tea. We're going to obviously have our tea and scones, and a little bit of butter for putting on the stove top, and some sanitizer. So let's get started. Pop you up here so you can see me. Balancing act. Okay, to begin, we are going to sanitize our hands, number 1. There we go. Geez, after all the sanitizing we've all been doing, I think we're going to have very, very dry hands at the end of these 3 weeks. Okay, we're going to add the milk. Some eggs, 4 large eggs going straight in. It's always quite a mission with eggs because you never know if they're going to roll off the table or anything. So here's one of these sneaky little tricks. So what you can do is just take the eggs and line them all up like this. A light little tap, and you make sure they won't roll off the table. There we go. And they're ready and stored until you need them. Great trick. Okay, the 4 eggs are in. Let's give it a little bit of a beat. So yeah, this is a very simple, basic scone recipe. I don't think you really ever want to overcomplicate it too much. Put a dash of oil in as well. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take our 1 kilogram of flour, and we're going to slowly mix in all of the liquids as well. So it's pretty similar to sort of making a pizza batter. It's going to be very, very stiff, and you don't ever want to over mix it or over blend it. So what we're going to do is add a touch more oil, then we're going to get our hands dirty. Thankfully we sanitized them. And we're going to knead it all down. Same like when you're making pizza. Flour is definitely your best friend. So we're gonna put a whole bunch of flour on some boards, and we're gonna roll it out. And we'll taste. Pretty good. Depending on how you like your scones, you can also add a little touch of sugar if you want to sweeten it up slightly. Although we will be using some strawberry jam. Next up is to take a board. And we're going to add a little light flaking of flour, and we're going to add the batter on and roll it out. If you don't have a roller, you can literally use a wine bottle or a beer bottle or anything you really have handy. You want to roll it out so it's about 20 mils thick, or thereabout, which is sort of this much. Don't have to be too accurate. Okay, so there we have our first layer rolled out and ready to go. Cut into its, getting ready to cut. At this stage, we can take our pans and we're going to lightly put a little bit of butter on just to make sure it doesn't stick. The way you usually do this, just tear a piece off here and grab some. Here we go. And straight onto the pan. Okay, then we're gonna want to cut sort of 6 centimeter diameter circles. I'm just using a drifter glass. If you got a drifter glass handy, use it. And there we go. Bloop. That's gonna go straight onto the butter on the pan now. Bloop. Just like that. We cut all of them and line them up. Okay, next idea is we're going to try and make some different shapes. Instead of just boring old circles, let's see what exciting shapes or animals we can do. Obviously we can do the basic, like a heart. I'm going to do that first, and then I'm going to actually try and make a duck. Let's see how it goes. Here we have a heart going in. Okay, after a lot of interesting molding and cutting, I think I've managed to create some form of a duck. So let me know what cool shapes you guys come up with and send me some photos. Scones, and pop them into the oven. 200 degrees Celsius for between 10 and 15 minutes. Just have to judge it. Exciting! Let's see what they come out as. One more thing I forgot to mention. Obviously you need the flour to rise. So if you're only using cake flour, you need to add some self-raising powder. Otherwise use self-raising flour. Okay, it's been 13 minutes. We're going to take them out of the oven and see how they look. Oh, look at those beauties. And we've got a duck and a heart. So here we are upstairs in the brewery. This is a beautiful old frame and mirror, and this frame was actually from my grandmother. It's about 100 years old. Here we have the final result. The duck actually turned out okay, and the heart. Right, well, happy Sunday everyone, and cheers to Granny. That's delicious.